guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm doing a topic video on top 10 Spider-Girl comics of all time. So this counts every series: Spider-Girl, Spectacular Spider-Girl, and Amazing Spider-Girl. I'm not counting the other Earth stuff, Earth X and all that. I didn't really like Spider-Girl's interpretation there. Yeah, so all those series connected with May Day, this topic video is going to have. And of course it's going to be 10, 9, 8 until we get to 1. I like doing that with my top 10s, making the first one a surprise. And the person who recommended this was SpectacularWebHead. If you want to check out their channel, just go in the description below. And yeah, so if you guys have any topic video suggestions, definitely tell me in comments below. If I answer them, that means in a couple of weeks it'll either be on DarkAvengerINC or Comic Uno, because I double dose my topic videos. Usually on DarkAvengerINC I have them every Sunday, and on Comic Uno I have them every Thursday with my comic book reviews. So yeah, if you have any recommendations, definitely recommend them in the comments below. And also go check out SpectacularWebHead's channel, which will be in the description below, and because he recommended this. So again, the topic video is top 10 Spider-Girl comics. My 10th favorite Spider-Girl comic is Spider-Girl issue 91, which is about the Spider Shop. Yeah, this is towards the end of the first volume of Spider-Girl, the longest running female Marvel series. And this is kind of a filler issue, actually. But we finally get explained what is the Spider Shop. And the Spider Shop has referenced since like issue 40 or something. And we never knew what the Spider Shop was, and we see exactly what the Spider Shop is and who owns it. Spider-Girl doesn't think it's right that they're using merchandise off her and her father, and I won't spoil it for you guys, but you know, this video is gonna have a lot of spoilers, so I am gonna spoil it for you guys. The people who own the Spider Shop is Mary Jane and Peter Parker. So they got their money from their Spider-Man merchandise. She's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So I guess May's happy about that. But I thought it was cool. There's always a mystery of the Spider Shop, and we finally realized who owned the Spider Shop. And there's a really cool moment where everybody, like in town, is wearing Spider-Girl outfits that destroy the villain of the issue, which is cool. So it was a really, really good filler issue. Sometimes filler issues are sometimes the best issues. Next is Spider-Girl issue 27. This is number 9. Now this is from volume 1 also, and this is when Normie ends up kidnapping May. Now this is when Normie is evil. Normie does redeem himself, which is, I think, a great redemption. And he redeems himself, and in this issue actually, because May doesn't have her powers. Honestly, I hate that story arc where she doesn't have her powers. I haven't read it since I think I first read it, except this issue. Because she shows how she's different from her father. You know, she's like, there's been a goblin war going on, and I don't think we have to deal with that. I don't think we have to be part of this war. You're not your grandfather. And she redeems Normie. And I think that's something that Spider-Girl is great at doing. It's not just defeating her villains, but redeeming them. With Kane, especially Normie, which is a big villain. And I love this issue. Just the emotion in this issue. And really starting a great friendship with Normie and May. And some whatever romance, but that didn't really quite work out. Now, number 8 is Spider-Girl issue 100. Now, this is the issue, milestone issue, of course, because I don't know if that's the issue that made her the most longest running female series, but that's the last issue of volume 1 of that series, and that was supposed to be the end. That was supposed to, you know, there wasn't supposed to be a, you know, no one's supposed to revise the series. It's supposed to be the end of the series. And then, of course, the fans actually brought the series back 3 times, and probably more than that. So we get to see that May has this whole entire, she has kind of a bounty on her head. Someone's going to kill her. And she actually dies here. And the Venom saves her. And it's just a really great moment. And we get to really explore through May's mind and actually through Venom also, and learn a little bit more about Venom, the symbiote itself. It's a really great ending, and Spider-Girl gets really beat up in this issue, but we've seen Amazing Spider-Girl issue 1 where she actually quits being Spider-Girl because of this issue. But it's a really good milestone issue, and a really good, just honestly really good ending to Spider-Girl if it was the ending. It's just a really good ending to the series in general, so I really enjoyed it. A really good Venom story if you really like Venom, but also a great May story, really looking back to the whole series to really see what this character is all about. And also seeing Spider-Man have some action in that issue also. Alright, number 7 is another one-shot issue, but a really great written one-shot issue, which is Spider-Girl issue 53, and that is Invisible Girl. And that's what this is about, this girl named Megan Brady. And we've seen Megan a couple of times before this issue, really as an invisible girl. No one noticed her. Even May doesn't catch her with her spider sense. And we really get to learn exactly why she feels so invisible, and how no one notices her, and how even her mother doesn't notice her, because the only person that noticed her was her father. So the monologue here, or the narration here, is really good, and we just get to see a supporting character really shine that no one would have noticed. And I think it was just really well written, and shows what Spider-Girl is really about, really not just showing May shine, but the supporting characters also, and just supporting characters that should have been a backdrop, really have a whole story here. And we do have a couple of one-shot issues where that happens, but I think Invisible Girl is definitely the best issue where that happens. So really well written. Not everyone knows who Megan Brady is. Brady. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I think it's Brady or Brady. Okay, but next is issue 6, number 6, which is What If 105, which is the first issue of Spider-Girl. You would think this is like my first one. But, yeah, this started it all. It's where Spider-Girl gets her powers, finds out her father is Spider-Man. It's really well written. I think one thing I love about MC2, is having all the old generation combined with the new generation, and make everything really Spider-Man stories still make sense, and still bring back stories like Kane and Kingpin and Green Goblin, just bringing those stories still in a new, fresh way. And I think that's what the MC2 universe does, and Spider-Girl does in general. And we get to see that here. We get to see how Spider-Man has a happily ever after. And I think I've reviewed this issue enough, but I actually do have a review for this issue, but it's a special issue. It started it all. It started this whole MC2 universe, which obviously is a great universe and one of my favorites. So What If issue 105 is number 6 on my list. Number 5 is Amazing Spider-Girl issue 1. Now this is volume 2 of Spider-Girl, and this is a special issue because I think the fans, something that I think is important is that the fans brought this series back. And this series wasn't supposed to happen. We weren't supposed to see it. But I felt like it was, the old generation, 90s type of generation coming into a new generation of comics, more modern comics, and that's what I really liked about this issue. It had a new style to it. May even had a new style with her longer hair. It wasn't as short. It felt like more of a 2000s series, and I like that how they made that move with Amazing Spider-Girl. And again, something I really just enjoyed is just seeing Spider-Girl back, and seeing that the fans made her another 30+ issues with this series, and I really did enjoy it. I thought it was a really good comeback. May actually quits becoming Spider-Girl. As Spider-Man always quits becoming Spider-Man, she always has to dome back to her costume because of the responsibility. And we get to see that first story arc, really what happened to the daughter of Spider-Girl. That was actually what the daughter of Spider-Man, that is actually what the story arc's called. So really good issue, and it just shows what fans could really do. Really just proving that the fans brought it back. Number 4 is Spider-Girl issue 45. This is where Felicity Hardy, Black Cat's daughter, finds out that May's Spider-Girl. And I think this was, for me, I love the secret identity stuff. I love it. Something I love about comic books. I really enjoyed this issue because it reveals Spider-Girl's secret identity where she never does that. She really never reveals her secret identity. Not a lot of people know it. And having Black Cat's daughter know, I thought it was kind of random, but I thought it was cool because there was a mystery before this. Like, someone knew who Spider-Girl was, but no one actually knew. I think it lasted like 5 issues, but no one, the readers didn't know who knew who Spider-Girl was, and who stole her costume out of her locker. And we find out it wasn't actually Felicity, but she ended up finding out May's identity, and it was just cool how it happened. I love that issue. It was cool just seeing another Scarlet Spider come out of that. I just like seeing Black Cat, seeing Black Cat's daughter, and seeing, again, a lot of different Spider-Man stories coming into a new, fresh way with the Spider-Girl. So I just love the secret identity stuff, so seeing that finally someone knew about May's secret identity was cool. Alright, number 3 is Spectacular Spider-Girl issue 7. I love this issue. I love that May finally had a romance with Wes, and that was developed actually since I was actually reading a couple issues last night of Amazing Spider-Girl, and that was being really developed. That friendship or that chemistry was being developed since issue 1 of Amazing Spider-Girl, and we get to really see that develop totally in issue 7 because Spider-Girl saves Wes. I mean, yeah, Spider-Girl saves Wes in this cool adventure. It was digital, so it was a little less. I think it was only 18 pages instead of like 24. It was cool how she saved Wes without her web shooters, and then Wes realizing, hey, this girl reminds me of someone. It's May, but he doesn't tell anybody. He doesn't tell anybody, and we also have a thought after this whole entire story arc that Courtney might know also. So, again, I love the secret identity stuff when people find out when superheroes is a superhero. So, I like that Wes found out, and it actually made a really good relationship for May to make May share her world to Wes in actually the last issue, Spider-Girl again. So I really just love that whole story arc, and I think that was a really good Wes and Spider-Girl issue. So if you like that relationship, I think you'll really like that issue, and I really love that relationship. So really cool. That is number 3 on my list, and number 2 is Amazing Spider-Girl issue 9. This is where Sarah Higgle is a mutant, and she has her powers revealed in school, and we get to see a really cool, powerful issue where Spider-Girl is still trying to become Spider-Girl again, but her parents won't allow her because it's too dangerous, and they don't believe that she should be Spider-Girl. But we get to see that through this whole issue that Mary Jane and Peter realize that you can't stop someone's destiny, which was really alluding to Sarah's story also, which had a really good moment with May creating kind of a friendship with Sarah. And cool having a mutant, you know, this is Marvel Universe, so have a mutant and see how people see mutants in the MCU universe, so we get to see that a lot. And May actually willingly revealed her secret identity, her just show, hey, you know, people are different in Midtown High. You know, you don't have to worry about being a mutant. Again, a lot of people just take it differently in this issue, and you get to see 2 different sides. But really, again, it's alluding to May's destiny, and her parents finally realize, you know what, we can't stop your destiny. We love you, we want to protect you, but you have to protect people. You have to, just like Sarah has her destiny, she can't help it. You can't help your destiny either. And then realizing, because May doesn't really tell anybody about her, you know, powers or anything, you realize how many people don't like people with powers. So you really get to see that in this issue. So I really enjoyed that issue. I don't know if that'll be on everyone's top list, but I really like that issue. That was a really good issue in my opinion. Now number 1 is Spider-Girl The End. Yeah, my favorite issue of all time. I think it wraps up Spider-Girl's story really well. We get to see Mayhem, who is the clone of Spider-Girl, coming into their own, really seeing the whole entire life of Mayhem and what would happen if there wasn't a Spider-Girl, because in this issue Spider-Girl dies, and then Mayhem's like, I lived my life, and we need a Spider-Girl. So she goes back in time to save Spider-Girl, and Mayhem dies. So it's really a story of something that's been building since issue 25, I think, when we found out about the clones of Amazing Spider-Girl, and we have issue like 17 or something after all the digital issues. And we get to see that whole friendship of the clone really develop, and Mayhem is a pain in the neck, but it takes a whole lifetime to really make her realize that Spider-Girl's important in this universe, and it's just a really good ending. We get Wes and May having their kind of happily ever after, and Courtney again also saying, you know, there's a hint that she knows that May is Spider-Girl, so, and Davida being clueless, of course, but it's just a really good issue. I think it's a really good Mayhem and May issue, which I think is a really interesting story arc, and I liked it. I thought it was a really good ending. I wish there was more Spider-Girl. That's why I hope you guys do read Spider-Girl after I mention a lot of these issues. I think it's a great series, and obviously my favorite series, and I really hope you give the series a try, see why I really like the series so much, and hopefully Spider-Girl one day will return. I would love to see the series return, to see more May's adventures, because I know that Spider-Girl The End was great, but I want to see even more great stories. Because, you know, the fans have saved Spider-Girl so many times, I just hope in years to come, we get to see more May's adventures. So, those are my top 10 issues of Spider-Girl. Tell me in the comments below, do you like Spider-Girl? If you don't like Spider-Girl, why not? What's your favorite Spider-Girl issues? Will you try Spider-Girl because of what I mentioned here, if you're a big Spider-Man fan? Tell me in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed, and this is Comic Uno, and I'll see you guys later. Guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the Reddit situations. Bye.